producers, it's Özgün here. In this video, I'm gonna listen your demos that you sent me on Discord, and we have a lot of tracks to listen. Before I start the video, I have an announcement to make. At April 1st, I'm gonna have a big release with my brother SAVNS and Victor Perry. It's gonna be released on Blou Records, and save the date, April 1st. I hope you are gonna like this track. Okay, and if you're ready, let's start the video now. I think the leads are a bit too big and too dirty, and like when the bass changes notes, it's losing some power. If I were you, I would just have a separate layer or separate EQ, and when the bass goes another note, just EQ it separately so it doesn't lose any power. And yeah, the leads could be a bit more cleaner. You can have some variations in the second part. Maybe you can have an answer lead. Yeah, something like that. It should help the movement of the drop. I think this part is a bit too hectic. The melody can have a bit of variation, or maybe you don't have a melody and you can have a vocal and have some ambiences, something like that. Because I think in the second drop it has the same melody and it's like, and for a big track it's too much. Let me hear it first. You can do something like that. Maybe in the first drop you have something totally different, and when break comes we hear the melody just the first time and you have a melodic drop, something like this. I will change the first drop. You can go for more techno or like more rhythmic kind of first drop. Bring the melody in the break and have the melodic drop. That arrangement is gonna be more interesting. Okay, let's go to the next track. Really nice ambient sounds. This part is a bit too dry. You can give more reverb to the elements so they will glue better. Don't need sidechain for the break lead. If you don't have the kick, just give us the melody as it is. It should have more impact on the sound. You know, the melody is really nice. I think it reminds me the Pyramid track from Sanjin. It's an old big room track. I really enjoying this style. I think your drop leads can be more interesting. You can search for more layers, more unique sounds. Like, check my tutorials on how to fill the background of the drop and check my start to finish videos and compare the drop background elements, the noises, the synths, the steps, that kind of sounds, and try to balance them, get a reference track and balance them properly. I think the idea is really nice. Yeah, this part is also too dry. Just compare with some reference track and try to apply it to your own production. It should work. Now the idea is there, but it sounds really empty. And yeah, you can have a variation in the second drop. Maybe you can have a psytrance bass line, something like that. You should change something in the second drop so you can keep the track more interesting. Okay, let's go to the next track. It's a nice driving techno, but I can say that like you need some weird synths in the first drop. Like when this part came, it should really different from the intro of the track. Like you can make a really weird analogy bass sounds that kind of really small melodic motifs, and you can just give them delay. It can give an identity to the drop. And I think like you really nailed the stereo field. I like how it sounds. The track is so wide, everything sounds so clean, but it's lacking of some identity, you know. So the track name is Melodic Absence. I get it. There is no melody. The theme of the track is like this, but give me something to follow, you know, some lead. It doesn't need to be a melody, but some thematic feeling. Like, give me something that remind me the theme. Like, find a sound that represents the absence of the melody. It's the challenging part, yeah. But really nice track, man. Good job. Let's start the next track. I think it's a solid drop, but I asked for a finished track. This is not a finished track. I think it's good. Just show me again on the next feedback stream. Because yeah, you have I think the intro is good, the build-up is good, the drop is promising. Just now try to complete the idea and show me again. This part is a bit messy, like try to find a reference track similar to it, probably maybe some Sabers track, and try to balance the volumes. Now I feel like everything is like a bit fighting for each other. The drop lead can be bigger. Now it's losing inside of like the kick, bass and the other elements. Just give it more body and try to process and mix it a bit more bigger and brighter in the drop. Yes, the problem is like I hear overly everything is a bit over compressed. I think the arrangement wise, you should maybe skip the first break. Just make a build up and go to the drop. Then you can have a melodic break and the second drop. This is for everyone. I think this kind of arrangements are not working anymore because like you cannot have the same break 2 times. I know like in the second time there's a kick, but it's not enough, you know. You should have some different, maybe thematic, orchestral second part. I think that's kind of arrangement a bit more fresh. Yeah, this is a usual bigger track. Like if you want to stand out, try to find different sounds, different synths. Try to find the layers, find the sounds people don't get used to. But good job, man. This is a good track. Just practice more and just finishing more tracks, man. This is the key to success.
That's all I want. Tell me you've been mine, mine. That's the only thing I want. Tell me you've been mine, mine. That's all I want.
This is a really old school big room, but you need to mix the leads a bit more bright and give it tons of reverb. Now everything is too dry. And you can have the sidechain reverb so you can fill the gaps. It should work. And also in the first break, I think you need some rhythmic elements. I don't get the vibe with the vocals. Like the bass line progression, the re-space progression, and the vocals not fitting perfectly. You can match them better, I think. I love the second break. It's really good. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. And I think you need some hardstyle kicks in the second part. You are changing some stuff. It's good, but you can have a really gritty, really crispy, big hardstyle layers. It should fit perfectly. Good job, man. I like the track. And yeah, here we go, the Marc Blues track. We already have several collabs with him and we are making more. So I can't wait to hear what he brings to me. Yeah, man, this is what I'm looking for, you know? This is just the intro, but there are so many stuff going on. It's already catch my attention. It's on the details, you know? You should feel every detail and make it perfect like this.
Fate has been decided, it's over now. We got close but we lost somehow. So I just drive, don't wanna think or feel, just trying to survive.
I think the vocals can be more dreamy. Maybe you can just dip a bit off the low mids.
I find through the haze, I can't slow down, shouting loud, got me running red lights. Oh, I just can't get you out of my mind. I can't slow down, raising lights, speeding into the night. Oh, I just can't get you out of my mind. Get you out of my mind.
Maybe the climax lead could be more brighter. If they become more crisp, I think that part could be really perfect. This is perfect, man. I think you nailed the drop. There are no negative feedbacks on my side.
It's over now. We got close but we lost somehow. So I just drive, don't wanna think or feel, just trying to survive. Find through the haze, I can't slow down, shouting loud, got me running red lights. Oh, I just can't get you out of my life. Oh,
you know, in this part, instead of claps, you could have some different stuff. You know, maybe some R&B, maybe some trap parts. It can be some 808s and like rolling trap hi-hats. Could be really interesting.
I can't slow down, get you out of my mind. Fate has been decided, out of my mind. We got close but we lost. Get you out of my mind. I can't slow down, shouting loud, got me running red lights. Oh, I just get you out of my mind.
I think this part is lacking the bass. Just try to focus the low end. Or maybe something about the kick. Maybe you can try to make the kick bigger. In the waveform, I can just see that, you know, the second drop is not hitting hard as in terms of transients, like the intro outro. You can see it on the waveform. And this is something you should fix, you know. Maybe there are something just clashing with the click of the kick. But yeah, the low end, the kick and bass should be balanced better in the second drop. Dude, this track was really amazing. Thanks for sending me. I really enjoyed the track. Just let me know if you have the updated version. So let's go to the next track. The reverse sound in the beginning is not fitting the key of your bass. This part is resonating a bit too much. There are some EQ problems.
Someone says, "Is the only limit for the problems, as freezing is satisfaction with the rush to be the fulfilled."
Yeah, you can just lower the low mids of the vocoder, so you will have so much cleaner mix down. And the melody is off key. You should make sure everything is in the key. You can just use the helpers in the piano roll and make music only with the usable keys in the scale. Right now the melody is totally off key. And yeah, in this case, the bass and the melody still are in different case. So for me, if you want to improve like in terms of music theory and stuff, you can watch my music theory one-on-one tutorial. And also you can try to make remake tracks. Remake tracks always give you a guideline. So you can listen and try to copy. And while you are remaking another track, you will learn so much from it. Okay, let's go to the next track now. Yeah, right now the track is kinda experimental. I will try to work on the arrangement first, like the sound selection. Break is kinda too random to me. I will get a reference track similar to your style and try to match A and B. So compare the parts, compare the breaks, compare the build-ups, which sounds both tracks have. And then yeah, you should just shape and work on the arrangement. And the previous feedback can be applicable for you as well. Just make more remix. You don't have any like key problems. Everything sounds decent. You gotta work on arrangements. I will try to finish the track as it is and go next. You know, this practice is the key. Okay, let's go to the next track. We have so many tracks for the day. I cannot hear the kick, it's too pushed to the back. I mean the punch kick.
Take me back to the days when we were both okay. Baby, you know it wasn't yesterday. We lost track and we couldn't. Oh, I still want you, I still need you. Yeah, I still love you, I still want you.
I like the guitars and the vibe. I think it's a really cool radio-friendly track. I like the breaks.
I still I need you back.
I think the break leads is perfect. So clear, so wide, I like it. In build-up, maybe you can just filter the melody more, and you need tones of like downlifters, uplifters. I mean the build-up, yeah. The build-up is a bit empty now. I think drop could be better. I mean in terms of volume balancing. I don't like the kick placement. I think kick should be louder and punch part of it can be bigger. Now the bass is a bit too big and it's drowning the kick.
Baby, you know it.
And the drop overly lacking of warm frequencies. You can EQ the bass or layer your mid bass and give it more low mids, you know, make the drop more warm. Good job, man, cool track. Overly, it's a bit empty. You could have some rumbling bassline and try to make your sounds bigger. Like try to give them more reverb, EQ them properly, give more compression, more OTT, and try to make your sounds bigger. The vibe is cool, but the sounds processing and mixing wise is a bit weak. I will work more on the mixing side. This one is just a bit too big. Every sound now sounding top of each other and it's creating some muddiness in the mix. I think drop is hitting really nice. I like this one. Yeah, the main lead's a bit too boxy. If you can just boost maybe some 5K to 8K, the top end, and lower the 300, 400 hertz and see if it's becoming better. Mix-wise, you can give some de-essing to the sound, and there are some harsh high-end when you're applying the filter, or you can lower the resonance of the filter. You don't get that annoying frequency. I think, yeah, the arrangement is perfect. Maybe you can have a bit more variations in the melody or the lead itself. Maybe you can automate some more parameters. Maybe you can have some LFO transitions in the lead. Just make sure to keep it more interesting, then this track is gonna be banger. Okay, going to the next track. Loved it so far. It's so good, so clean.
Eternal darkness of your past.
Maybe you could have more saturation on the sounds. I think several sounds could be more dirty, but it's just the choice of the artist. I think this track is just fire. It's already released. Really good job, man. So everyone who likes the genre should listen to the track. Like really cool ear candies. You nailed the stereo imaging. I think this is a really professional track, man. Yeah, man, good job. Yeah, I think this is a nice track. So it's decent, you mixed it good, the sounds are balancing well together, but if you want to stand out, you should have something different. Like this is already made several times. It's a nice release ready track. Other than that, it's generic. I don't have any negative feedbacks on it. Good job, man. The kick is really pushed to the back. I will bring it on really like... Yeah, now like the hi-hats are sounding bigger than the kick. You should balance them once more. Start with the kick, bass, and the main elements, then try to bring other elements and make sure the kick is never losing any of the power when you putting the other elements. You know, the arrangement and sounds, I think they are really dope, but the mixdown is sounding a bit too compressed. Maybe the problem is that, you know, maybe your kick was okay, but there's something wrong with the master. Just try to mix it with lower volumes and then master it. And if you have an updated version, just send. I can fastly check the mixdown. I think the break is good. Maybe the vocals could be bigger, but I don't think it's a big problem. It's nice. So the break is good. The energy level is really nice. You know, I would expect a bigger bass on the drop because the kick bass I think not big enough. If I compare it with the break, like it has the same power. Drop should hit bigger than the break. This is the only concern of the track. This is a Solid Festival bootleg. It's good job on it, man. Okay, let's go to the next track. You know, I don't know the genre. Maybe they call it Detroit techno. I don't know, but it's really cool, you know. The vibe is nice. It's really sounding old school. And in time, it keeps interesting. I really like this idea. I think you could have some like pads. They can hold some chords, some even soft pads, some maybe square pads. You can mix it really lower in the drop. They could hold some chords. It should make the drop a bit more full. Good job, man. Really like the vibe. Okay, I think this is the last track for today. The problem is, I think you have a really nice melody and you are progressing it in time. You are just doing it good, but I don't hear the bass. I would have a Reese bass, really like a dirty, white, a warm sound. Because right now you have a sub, but it's really pushed to the back. It's not driving and covering enough frequencies as a bass should. If you fix the bass, just send me again. I think this idea can be really good. Just try to finish this one because I like the vibe, synths and the melody itself. Okay guys, today we listen almost 20 tracks. If you want me to listen your track and give feedback, you can join our Discord channel. At least we are doing these sessions once in a month and I'm listening everyone's track and giving my honest opinions about them. Today that was it. I hope you can apply this to your own productions. I hope these sessions are educational enough for you. Please let me know if you have any suggestions. And today that was it guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Bye bye.